Hello, we're going to be going over the pathway of blood through the heart for a red blood cell. So we're going to start here at the superior vena cava and flow down into the right atrium, and then flow through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle, and then that's going to flow upward through the pulmonary semilunar valve into the pulmonary trunk, and then flowing into the pulmonary arteries. From here, it's going to go to the lungs and then return back to the heart. It's going to flow through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium, and then going to flow down through the bicuspid or mitral valve into the left ventricle. And then it's going to flow upward into the aortic semilunar valve, and then flow through the ascending aorta, next flowing over the aortic arch, and then flowing through the descending aorta, and then that blood will go to the rest of the body. Hello, we are going to be going over structures on the heart. So starting here at the top, we've got the base of the heart, and then here the point here at the bottom is the apex of the heart. We're going to start with our four chambers. So we've got the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Then looking at our arteries, so here we've got the left coronary artery, but you can't really see it. But branching off of that left coronary artery, you have the circumflex artery, as well as the anterior interventricular artery, also known as the widowmaker. And then jumping over to the right coronary artery, branching off of that, we have the marginal artery here, as well as the posterior interventricular artery. We also have the coronary sulcus here, the yellow, as well as the interventricular sulcus. And then looking at veins also, here we have the great cardiac vein, right here. We also have the small cardiac vein, as well as on the inferior aspect. Let me be careful here. We have the middle cardiac vein, and those are all going to drain into the coronary sinus. Okay, all right. So looking up here, we've got the pulmonary trunk coming over to the pulmonary arteries, taking blood out, bringing blood back in. We have the pulmonary veins here. And then we've also got the aorta, so we've got the ascending aorta here, the aortic arch, as well as the descending aorta. And then holding the aorta and the pulmonary arteries together, we have the ligamentum arteriosum. And then branches off the aorta, we have the brachiocephalic artery here. And then we also have the left common carotid artery, as well as the left subclavian artery. And then we've also got the superior vena cava here, as well as the inferior vena cava. And then here, this outer layer, this is the, let's see here, epicardium, or the visceral pericardium. Hopefully that's right. We've also got, moving inside, we're going to start with our four valves. So we have your atrioventricular valves. So here we've got the tricuspid valve, as well as the bicuspid or mitral valve. These are going to be controlled by the chordae tendineae that is going to attach to the papillary muscles here. And then lining the ventricles, you have the trabeculae carneae. And then jumping up, lining the atrium, you have the pectinate muscle. And then deep here in the atrium, you have the fossa ovalis, which was a fetal structure that closed up. Two additional valves here. You have your aortic semilunar valve, pulmonary semilunar valve here, pulmonary semilunar valve, as well as your aortic semilunar valve. You also have your interventricular septum, and then you've also got, like I said, your epicardium on the outside, myocardium, and endocardium here. Hello, we're going to be going over the bronchial tree. So here we have the trachea, continuation of the trachea. Here at the split you have the carina, and then you have your right and left primary bronchi. And then coming off the primary bronchi, on the right side you have your superior, middle, and inferior lobar bronchi or secondary bronchi. And then on the left you have your superior and inferior lobar bronchi. And then the ends here are your tertiary bronchi.